What is good, everyone? It's your boy DK Bones with another review of a James Bond movie. It's going to be The Man with the Golden Gun, which came out in 1974. It is the ninth movie in the James Bond series, produced by the Eon Productions, starring Roger Moore in his second stint as James Bond. It's a loose adaptation of Ian Fleming's novel, which was written in 1965. The film um, has Bond going after the Solex agitator, a breakthrough technology solution to contemporary energy uh, help energy shortages. While in a game of cat and mouse facing the assassin Francisco Scaramanga, the man with the golden gun, the action ends in a duel between them settles the fate of the Solex and who is the best marksman. The Man Will Go On was the fourth and final film in the series, directed by Guy Hamilton. The script was written by Richard Mulball and Tom McCannswick. I get his name right in one of these videos. The film was set in the face of 1973 energy crisis, dominant the theme in the script. Britain had not yet fully overcome the crisis when the film was released in 1974, December 1974. The film also reflects the popular martial arts film craze with several kung fu scenes in an Asian location being shot in Thailand, Hong Kong, and Macau. Part of the film is also set in Beirut, Lebanon, but is not shot there. The film received mixed reviews. It was the lowest point in the canon up to that time. Christopher Lee's portrayal of Scaramanga as a villain of similar skill and ability to Bond was praised, but reviewers criticized the film as a whole, particularly its comedic approach and Britt Ekland's performance, which she plays Goodnight, and yeah, she was not that great as a Bond girl. It was profitable film, is the fourth lowest grossing in the series, and it's relatively modest returns compared to Love and Let Die that came out before it. Reportedly placed the continuation of the franchise in jeopardy. This also, I think, was the last movie that Broccoli and Salzman had together, with Salzman selling his 50% stake in the parent company, Eon Productions, after the release of the film. So this was probably his last movie with his name attached to James Bond, any James Bond movies. And if you want to look that up, there's a big whole story with Broccoli and Salzman and their fallout and their family's fallout. Anyway, the plot: American gangster Rodney visits fame. Well, shows this hitman going to Scaramanga's Island, which is the famous James Bond island in Thailand, right? To this day, you can visit it to kill Scaramanga, which Nick Nack, if Scaramanga is killed, Nick Nack gets his entire inheritance, which the hitman tries to kill Scaramanga in his front of the house, and Scaramanga kills him. Then it cuts to a scene in London where a golden bullet is etched with 007 written on it, 10/6, and a letter is attached to it about Scaramanga trying to kill 007. 007 is on assignment to find the Solex agitator, but he is dropped from the assignment because doesn't want his agent killed by a known hitman that is a good marksman. So Bond decides that he's gonna go and find out where Scaramanga is. So he traces where Scaramanga had killed one of the MI6 agents before back to Beirut. Um, the bullet that killed the agent was stuck in the belly dancer's. Was the belly dancer took it out of the wall and put it in her belly button. There's a big fight scene in her dressing room. Bond ends up swallowing the bullet, gets it removed. Q Branch traces the bullet and its maker. Bond goes to where the maker is and asks him where he provides or entices him to tell him where Scaramanga, where the drop off is for his bullets, which leads him to Scaramanga's girlfriend, which is Miss. Oh man, what is her name? Maudie Adams, which she played Octopussy in a later James Bond movie. It goes on a little chase where he tries to find Scaramanga and ends up getting the guy that has the encoder killed. M has Bond taken back to the base where they try to figure out what the plot is with Scaramanga and the Agitator. There's a big hole. I'm just fast forwarding because of a lot. Scene where Bond seduces Aldi's character into getting the Agitator from Scaramanga's safe. She retrieves it, but at the meetup, Scaramanga and Knick-Knack are setting Bond up, which they didn't know that she dropped the Agitator when they killed her. On the ground, Bond retrieves it, gives it to Miss Goodnight. Miss Goodnight sees Scaramanga and Knick-Knack leaving, which she wasn't a good spy at all. They end up trapping her in her car, which was a cool car when it flies away, but it's a cool chase scene with the car, and J.W. Pepper shows up with his comedic role. And I'm like all over this movie, all over the place with this movie because it's decent, but like I said, there's a lot of comedy in it. Anyways, Bond then goes to Scaramanga's island, faces Scaramanga in this duel, ends up killing Scaramanga. But the Agitator him and Goodnight had to retrieve the Agitator. You scene where Goodnight pushes one of Scaramanga's hitmen into a liquid helium, which raises the temperature and makes the whole island explode. Bond and Goodnight escape on Scaramanga's yacht, or sails. It's like a yacht, but it's a sailboat yacht kind of a thing. Where Knick-Knack is upset, he tries to attack Bond and Goodnight, where Bond catches him in a suitcase and then puts him up on the sails. And that is the end of that movie. Yeah, this movie was not really that great at all. I think it's one of, I mean, I'll rewatch it because of I'm a James Bond fan, but it wasn't, and I liked Christopher Lee's him as a villain. Some of the stunt scenes were pretty cool, like this going over the bridge. They actually did that. It's not CGI or anything. Her performance was not that great. It seemed off. But yeah, it wasn't the worst Bond, but it's down there. It's not great, but yeah, you can visit this island, James Bond Island. They have tours. Again, like all James Bond films, the locations and the scenery are great. Their attention to detail with the clothing and everything that they do. The action sequences are really good. And some of the stuff, watching some of the food they eat, man, I'm like, man, I'm starving. But yeah, also Scarmine had a third nipple, which was distinguished. Um, Maldi, she's a beautiful woman. She was beautiful in Octopussy. She's beautiful in this movie. Um, but this, yeah, again, like the background, attention to detail, all the stuff um, that they do. The scene in Hong Kong, um, Thailand. I mean, it's pretty cool. But her, she, she wasn't. She didn't fit the role. Anyways, if you like the video, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know how I'm doing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay blessed.